Ladies and gentlemen, you guys remember last week when I was here and I was talking about the Ghana AIDS Commission releasing a reportage saying they are looking for over 100,000 people who are living with HIV virus and that they are not aware about it. There's a video on social media where a driver narrates how 4 female passengers he picked up from an undisclosed hostel on Legon campus were all HIV positive and allegedly contracted the virus from a big man who had sexual relations with all of them. Let's watch the video.
I don't want to mention the hall in name, but it be one popular hall for leg. I picked these girls from there then before. For way then they go, where I take them to another popular hospital. Then go do that hospital, then go do HIV test for there. So from them I convo for the car inside where I get to know say them for be HIV positive. I then get them from some big man be. The man promised them money. So he say before he go give them, unless in them go do threesome. So them 4 girls or they engage the man in, then go like they engage the man in some sexual encounter. That's how come they got infected. And right now, I don't know what make them do. Some say the man get kiddie boys, they won't give the thing to them. The others too, they talk say nah, it be risky, make them no do. Make them just concentrate on how best they will feel get themselves out of that situation. So it be there me I hop in way I tell them say the best option that then it happen. Whatever you go do, it happen. So the best thing you go feel do be say just after checking, try and put yourself under some treatment or some course be treatment course. So say you know go feel affect you like that. Because then say right now the drugs you come, you go feel make the thing weak, the virus, you go feel weak them. Way them go day your system inside, but you know go like you know go feel even transfer them. Even if a day you transfer crana, you know go be that serious. We they talk to them and things. The other one there, the way they cry, I sure say if in parent here no Charlie, you are good. You know how these girls then they behave. Then cast then they behave as if them be big girls and things. Most of them they come from poor background and things. If they can't reach school, then change them my lifestyle, behaving as if they be big girls. Meanwhile, you go them are there, like them are condition of living self be some way. So I try to talk to them. We then say them here, then they go for the results. Then you go see how best them go do them. Oh, so we go take the results for the hospital. We are saying take them come back hostel.
Yes, so this driver picked up 4 female friends who went to the hospital to test for HIV, and I think they have HIV. But then you saw their reaction from what the driver was narrating. One person wanted them to share it, the other person was severely crying, and they were not certain on what they wanted to do. I was very happy about the driver having much information, being well informed about HIV and AIDS. He did not try anything like stigmatization. He didn't try to put them in a certain group of people, like just single them out. The driver treated them as we are all one. The fact that you have HIV doesn't mean you are going to die. This has been the mindset back in the days that they used to educate us on HIV with fear. People who even get HIV AIDS feel like they are not part of us. They are not humans. They can't live amongst us because of the fear. And people living with HIV, we have people living with HIV that they don't want to go to the health facility to go and check because they feel like, yeah, when I go, they are going to treat me like, hey, this person. No, that education back in the days is a kick. It shouldn't be anymore. Serious education needs to go around to everyone, because if there is a reportage that 100,000 people are living with HIV AIDS and they are not aware. Just last week, that story was reported. So if 4 people have HIV and then they want to share and they don't have much information, extensive education is not being given to them, they are not going to know what to do. I like every single thing the driver did, taking them back to the hospital for them to confirm, yes, they have this and this. And then you see from the report, from the video, the driver said they had threesome with a big man who promised to give them an amount of money. So he promised to give them money, but before that, we are going to have sex. And then he passed on the HIV to them. They have the virus. The best thing you have to do is go to the health facility, check. Someone tweeted something when this video was posted, and I want to read. To whom it may concern, HIV is not a death sentence. We are not in the 80s or 90s. There are amazing medications that can be used to manage it. Get tested, know your status. If you are positive, it can be managed. HIV is not a death sentence. Once again, the fact that you have HIV doesn't mean you are not human. Doesn't mean you can't live. We have people with HIV. If you're on medication, you can live the normal life like the way we are all living. But the mindset and the fear that has been attached to the HIV is what is causing a lot of problems now. Because he said one lady in the video was crying that when the family gets to know, you see, they are going to try to single this person out. But then it's 3 things. Abstain from sex, use protection, get tested, know your status. If you are positive, it can be managed. HIV is not a death sentence. Once again, HIV is not a death sentence. When you're on medication, you can live the normal life that everyone lives. The mindset and the thought that people think when you have HIV, you are not part of us, is not true. It can be managed. There are doctors in the comment section who were sharing their concerns. And this guy was like, if the HIV positive patients take the antiviral medicine, the chance to infecting other persons becomes dramatically low. We should not stigmatize HIV patients, but rather encourage them to seek treatment as though it's a chronic disease such as diabetes. So let's encourage people to test, because until you test yourself, you don't know whether you are HIV positive or negative. So if you know and you're on medications, you're on protection, you can have sex, you can do it, you can abstain, have sex, get tested, be faithful to your partner. So if you know this is the situation, just go to the health facility. You will be on medications and you can live just the way we live. That's what this person is saying, that we should encourage people to test. Ghana AIDS Commission is looking for over 100,000 people with HIV. They are not looking for these people to stigmatize them. That is the education. Ghana AIDS Commission is not looking for these people to stigmatize them or single them out or let the world know that this was HIV. No. They need you people so that you guys can be treated, so that you don't go on and infect other people. Because the more uninformed you are about your HIV status, the more it spreads. Because these ladies, assuming they didn't go to check, and then they're going to the health facility to check is one thing. That was a very good thing for them to do. Now they know it. So when you know it, you know how to proceed from there. You don't just say, oh, I don't have sex, I don't do this, so I don't have HIV. It's not only sex. You can abstain from sex, and then you would use something, a material, a blade, barber shop, all those things. You could get HIV. So you have people who say, I'm a virgin, so I can't have it. You can't get HIV. That is not the case. Kissing safe. They said there is a saliva exchange. You can still have HIV. Barber shop, we all use the same blades and all that. All those things can account for that. So let's get tested. Tell people, the kids, if you go to hospital facility, it is free. They make these things very affordable and it's easy. Those of you feel like I can't go to the hospital to go and check, you can come home, buy it, have access, check by yourself, know your status, go to the hospital. There's a public education about this, because if 4 students decide to share this, imagine how rampant it's going to be. Before this, they are looking for 100,000 people. If one person has sex with 3 people, and it continues. So if these 4 people decide to share this, trust me, it's going to go as far as it can. We just need to educate them, just like how the taxi drivers, the Uber driver said. He took them back to the health facility. That, oh, Charlie, he told them all the fact that you have HIV doesn't mean you are about to die. You can normal life like everyone. You can work anywhere you work at when you're on medication. Don't wait till you get AIDS. HIV is the virus that weakens your immune system. Don't wait till it gets worse, you get AIDS, before you start reporting. No. People feel like there have been images on social media. The moment you get HIV, this is how you look, bro. If you are on medications, you can live normal life just like how we all live. Let's encourage people to go and check. Because if these 4 people decide to spread this, trust me, it's going to be very rampant in the society. You need to be very faithful to your partner. If you know you have HIV, know your status. Use protection. That's why they encourage people day in, day out that use protection. Use protection. If you can't abstain from sex, use protection. It is very simple. Because we are not saying that when you get the HIV, it's a bad thing. But then we are trying to reduce the rate of HIV in the system. So if you want to reduce it, you use protection or abstain from sex or check. When you get tested, you're on medications. When you're on medications, doesn't mean you can't have sex. We have people, there have been reports where you can have HIV and give birth. Your kid will not get HIV. Public education needs. A lot of people need this because people feel like stigmatization and the act of fear. Hey, you have HIV. No, please. Those thoughts are a cake. It's just like having diabetes, having cancer, being on drugs, BP, being on drugs, the same thing. Let's educate people, just like how this taxi driver is doing. If a friend tells you, oh, I just texted, I have HIV, then no. Encourage the person. Let's go to the facility, put the person on drugs. And you watching me at home, don't think you don't have sex so you will not get tested, bro. Enter the pharmacy, get tested, know your status, go to the health facility. You'll be treated. I said it the last week, Agogo brought some test kits for us. We tested our status. Anyone who has it will report. It's very simple. Let's do this so that it doesn't create some sort of, I don't know, like we are being selective with the kind of people we live with. Oh, people who have HIV cannot. No. This is not COVID. That you would even be isolated. HIV, you are not going to be isolated. You are just going to be on medications because this is sad. If you listen towards the end of the video, they said a guy was trying to disturb the lady, and then you see the thought of, I have it, so let me share it to other people. If whatever goes around will surely come around, and it's going to destroy the whole nation as a whole. So please, we are not. I saw in the comments people joking about it, and no, we can't just sit down and mention just University of Ghana and say Legon. No. Let's get tested. And I would advise people, the Ghana AIDS Commission, to share this test kit, visit this university, share it. Because if the kids have this at their disposal, checking will be very easy. Assuming you wake up and then you have a test kit in your room, checking will be very easy. And the moment you know your status, you have solved one step. If you know, you know that, oh, if I'm going to do this, I have this. But the worst thing is you don't know about it at all. You are having sex anyhow. You don't know whether you are HIV positive or negative. You are just there sharing. No. Watch the video very well. This is a very serious issue. People were saying it's a lie. But even if it's a lie, there are still 100,000 people out there with HIV. Ask yourself, are you part of the 100,000? Who are the 100? Because if Scanty, I say I'm not part. Anyone in the studio says they are not part. You meet everyone, they say they are not part. Who form part of that 100,000? That's what we need to know. I know some of you watch the video and be like, the guy, they lie. And as some stories, they were 4 and they say 3. Some people were saying it, but that shouldn't be the case. If the report from Ghana AIDS Commission, they said, as of 2022, the infections in Ghana, new infections, 16,574. 10,927 are females, 5,647 males, and 9,559 people died out of HIV. It is not a joke at this point. Extensive education, share condoms with people, bring test kits. You give the person 1 condom, 1 test kit. Check. If you have sex, check. Do everything possible to know your HIV status. Else, it's going to be rampant. And in the society, we are going to be damaged. Because if you share it with me, somebody wouldn't like to check. Oh, the man will see me check it. We give people, there was a time you give people HIV test kits. I mean, check it. May check here, bro. You are killing the society. So yes, these 4 ladies, we don't have to single them out and be like they are chasing money. It could be you, it could be me. If not even with a big man, it could be with your partner. You don't know. You might be having it from passing it from your parents, going to the barber shop, kissing. You could have all this. So please, let's take this very serious. And I know a lot of people after watching, you get a test kit, try to check. Buy some for your mom, your father. Buy for them. The fact that they are married doesn't mean they can't have. Share among your family. Get to know your family's HIV status. Together we stand, divided before. This episode was brought to you by Taxent. My name is Ace Kanti. I'm out.